all the diesels met in the sidings. They couldn't believe such wonderful tidings. Percy told Gordon, Toby and James. "My best friend is found," Percy proudly exclaimed. Arthur told Emily along the coast track. "Have you heard the news? Thomas is back." Miss Jenny told Jack, and Jack told his team. Hooray and hurrah, they shouted and screamed. Harold touched down and found Bertie the bus. Bertie hooted and tooted and made such a fuss. Bertie found Lady Hat, who whooped and waved. Lady Hat told her husband, "Sodor is saved." "Thomas is found," cranked Cranky aloud. The cheers and the cheering were a marvellous sound. Sir Topham Hatt proclaimed very grandly, "Stanley saved Thomas, and Thomas saved Stanley." Next morning, Thomas puffed into Great Waterton. Percy and Stanley were working hard, helping to rebuild the tower. It was almost finished. Thomas smiled. Now he was happy Stanley had come to Sodor. He had so many wonderful friends. How could I ever have wanted to be more important than any of them, he puffed to himself. Now they all worked happily together. Later, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. The tower was finished. It looked magnificent. "Well done to you all," beamed Sir Topham Hatt. "Great Waterton is now ready for Sodor Day." "Please, sir," tooted Thomas, "may Stanley bring the mayor to the opening?" "That was your special, Thomas," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Are you sure?" "Oh, yes, sir," Thomas smiled. "Surer than sure." Sodor Day arrived. Stanley chuffed proudly in with the mayor. Thomas was pleased for his friend. The mayor, Sir Topham Hatt, and Lady Hat stood by the new tower. "Great Waterton is no longer lost. Welcome to the town of Great Waterton." Then everyone looked up. They could hear the whir of a jet plane. It was Jeremy. He flew high in the sky and over the town of Great Waterton. All the engines whistled and whished. Jack and his team cheered, and everyone clapped. Thomas smiled. He had wanted to be the leader of the track. "But we're all leaders of the track," puffed Thomas proudly. And he couldn't have been happier.
He's the cheeky one.
James!
His fame but lots of fun.
Percy!
Pulls a mail on time.
Gordon!
Thunders down the line.
Emily!
Really knows her stuff.
Henry!
Toots and Edward puffs.
Stanley!
He's the new one there.